Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula 1 Challenge 1973 and welcome to the season final. We are about to start the US Grand Prix in Watkins Glen and it all comes down to the wire, to the very last race to see who is going to win the driver's title. The Constructors' Championship is pretty much wrapped up with Tyrrell in first place, McLaren in second and our team in the third place. But the driver's title is still undecided. Jackie is currently leading by 2 points. I'm right behind him and the rest of the competition is nearly 30 points behind. So at this point it's just between the two of us and we're about to see how this race is going to unfold and who is going to be the happier driver at the end of this race. So without further ado, let's head over to the qualifying. And here we are, and as you can see, I'm about to start a 7th fast lap and there's a massive pile-up mass accident right on the left side of the straight. Yeah, so this has been quite a bit of a struggle. Took me quite a while to familiarize myself with the track because I think I only raced it once and that was quite a long time ago, so I had to relearn the entire track. And just as usual for these type of tracks, I had a lot of trouble finding setups that actually work. So yeah, we'll see what I managed to get out of this. I wasn't very happy with my previous lap times. As you can see, it's still enough for P5 at the moment, but at this point we were still far away from the end of this qualifying session. So some improvement was most definitely needed if I want to have a shot at the title. So the main goal is basically to finish ahead of Jackie no matter where, just to make sure that I'm more than 2 points ahead of him. Well, in that sense it does matter where we finish. And yeah, so far I feel like I'm set up for a very difficult race here. So far nothing really has worked out in terms of setup, so I'll just work with the one that gives me the best lap time and we'll see what happens in the race. And just narrowly avoid that pile-up. They didn't despawn for some reason, and Jackie is starting from the pole position, so he's in a good place to start this race, followed by Peter Revson right next to him. And behind them we have Emerson Fittipaldi and Jody Scheckter on P3 and 4. On P5 we have James Hunt, and on P6 we have Ronnie Peterson. Why did I want to say Revson? On P7 we have Niki Lauda, probably his best qualifying result this season. On P8 François Sever, Jackie's teammate. Then on P9 we have Reutemann. On P10 we have Carlos Pace. And there you go, that's me on P11. So it wasn't all too bad of a qualifying, at least much better than I actually expected it to be, but still not good enough. Then we have Jarier right next to me. On P13 we have Fulmer. On P14 Beltoise. Then Oliver on P15, Denny-Halm on P16, and we have Graham Hill on P17, Amon still racing for the Tyrrell on P18, Merzario on P19, just right there, and right next to him is Regazzoni on P20, behind them De Adamic on P21, and Purley on P22. Then on P23 we have Hillwood, and on P24 the MVP of the previous race who actually helped me into the lead in Canada, Ganley. And we brought in some reinforcements. On P25 we have Jackie X, who is actually racing for us for this one race, and we have Van Lennep right next to him on P26. Then Wilson Fittipaldi, Wiesel on 27 and 28, and Mas and von Opel close the grid. And we are about to start. The lights are out, it's time to do some racing, and we get a really good start on the inside. Hunt is pulling in front of me, we make a bit of contact as well, and in the first corner I'm already up to P4, right behind Emerson Fittipaldi, and we managed to overtake Hunt in the end without any serious incidents apart from that little bit of contact we made into the first corner. And it's time to chase him down and try to get on that podium, because the way things look, Jackie is winning the championship. However, I get some overspeed here, and you can see Jackie going wide and losing his front rear wing, and the thing that was Scheckter crashing into the wall as well, but it looks like, no, that was Revson, and it looks like he got away without any damage. But Jackie most certainly did not. He lost his rear wing, so that's pretty much his race over, and I'm in the lead right now, which is good news. This way I can win the championship. Well, not like this, going too wide in this corner. However, I still had a bit of a gap to Revson, which helped me out massively, and I'm still ahead in first place. Don't let it fool you though. That's just one section where I'm actually faster than most of the grid. And we are about to start the second lap with a good 2.6 seconds lead over Emerson Fittipaldi, who came up to second place now. So that means that Revson might have had some damage himself from that contact with the wall. And Revson is out of the race, and if I heard correctly, oh, Jackie is out of the race alongside Revson. So that's no points for Jackie at all. That's the perfect place to be at a season final, with a 2 points difference between us, leading a race and your main rival out of it completely. Now we just need to keep this together and just go home. We still have, well, that's the third lap we're in at the moment. No, but that's the second lap we're in at the moment. So that's still 27 laps to go. So it's gonna be a long race. And my advantage over Fittipaldi is slowly melting away. It's down to 1.4 seconds right now. Again, same mistake in the same corner, going even wider than previously. This certainly doesn't help me staying ahead of Fittipaldi. And you can already see him in the mirror. Yep, there he is. And it's only 2/10 of difference now. So yeah, that's a lot of pressure to handle, because it still does matter where we finish this race. If we finish on the last 2 point scoring positions, that would mean Jackie is still world champion. So we have to finish somewhere in the first, in the top 4. So there shouldn't be absolutely no room for any further mistakes. Otherwise, our championship hopes are gone right in front of us, right where we are about to actually win. And now I managed to open the gap back up to half a second to Fittipaldi, which again, good news. Now it's almost a second. They are particularly slow in this section, so this gives me hope that I can pull away here and hopefully not lose the advantage I can build up over the next section. Then we should be good to go, and we should be in for a good race. And you can see there are multiple drivers there already. I think that might be one of the McLarens right behind Fittipaldi, but I can see it might even be Reutemann actually. I can't really see them from here, they are too far. And still have almost half a second. Well, I lost that half a second. It's down to 2/10 again to Fittipaldi. However, he still has no space to overtake me. I'm trying to place the car in a way that I can stay ahead of him. However, braking too late, going too wide, and now he gets the overtake done. I'm down to P2 and Fittipaldi is in the lead, and I already have Scheckter, so that was one of the McLarens. Scheckter sitting right on my gearbox. Just like Fittipaldi, 2/10 away, so it's pretty close for the three of us. However, now you can see the true speed of that Lotus, much faster than me, and is already pulled away by more than a second, while I still have less than half a second to Scheckter. Now we can catch up to him a little bit here, but I don't think I can bring back a whole second, and something just drops the car in the air. No, I can't catch him on that straight. He stays in the lead, 7/10 ahead. Scheckter still between 1 and 2/10 behind, very close. And I'm not sure who's behind him. That looks like a Hesketh. It might actually be James Hunt on P4. And Fittipaldi is starting to dominate this race. Almost 1.5 seconds. He loses some of it on this, but I also have to come out of this corner, so he's back to 1.4 seconds. But still quite a gap, 1.5 now. And I'm making another mistake. That allows Scheckter to try and make an overtake, and as I'm trying to leave him some space on the inside, he uses it and goes past, and now I have to fight Hunt. We make contact again. We're having a pretty aggressive battle between us from the start. However, I'm still ahead of him, so still on the podium, which would still be enough for a championship win. But Hunt is very close, and Scheckter is also pulling away more than 1.5 seconds at the moment, almost 2 now. So at this point it feels like I'm just unable to keep up with the speed of McLaren's and Lotus cars, and even James Hunt's Hesketh is proving to be quite a tough competition. I see Scheckter, and even in the front for a second you could see Fittipaldi is about 1.2 seconds ahead of Scheckter at the moment, while we're starting to fall behind, almost 2 seconds behind Scheckter, and the Hunt is still pretty close, within 3/10. And in this straight they just pull away like crazy. Scheckter gave me a whole second in that straight alone, and I'm going wide again. No. Ooh, that was close. First lap I could actually keep it on the track in that corner. I've been struggling with that massively throughout the practice and the qualifying sessions as well. Main reason for losing so much time is going wide in that corner. And Scheckter is already an astonishing 4.5 seconds away, and I still have Hunt within 2/10. So yeah, I guess I had my work cut out for me here. Going wide again. Thankfully this, well, can you call that a curve at all? Thankfully I didn't hit the grass there. And the gap between Scheckter and myself is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it looks like I started to pull away from Hunt. It's almost a second away from him at the moment, and I think he also got one of the BRMs to deal with. That's right behind him. I think I saw that for a second. Well, can't see much from the mirror, but that looked like one of the BLMs to me. It might be Regazzoni or Lauda, or even Beltoise.
Adrian Ganley.
And Ganley is out of the race. That's unfortunate. We brought in the reinforcements, however, so there is 4 of us. Well, now 3 left, but there was 4 of us when we started this race. Ganley's engine gave up. And you can see I'm building a train. I have Hunt, one of the BRMs, and that might be Ronnie Peterson in the Lotus behind that BRM. And Scheckter is already almost 8 seconds away, while Hunt is back to the stable 210s, which means to me he's actually much faster than me. The only reason he can make an overtake is because A, the track is narrow, second, I'm trying to position the car in a way that he doesn't have the space to do so. And by now, actually quite a lot of cars went out with crashes and a lot of engine failures were happening as well. So that's one more thing to worry about, especially after one of our teammates went out with a blown engine. And here I can pull away from Hunt, which he will bring back over the next section. Unless that BRM starts to fight him for real, because that would help me out big time now to keep my podium hopes alive. As we are in lap 7 of this race. Well, at least we are fast enough so that the train behind us doesn't grow any longer. So it's just the 4 of us. And that's another big mistake. And I lost the car, drop it, lose the front wing as I make contact with the wall. And it looks like there is no suspension damage. So the car is still rolling, which is good news. That means I can go back to the pits and get myself another front wing and be out in the race again. I'm down to P8 now as being overtaken by Merzario. The damage goes past, Pacho will do so as well. And as we enter the pits, I again have no idea where my box is. I finally find it. So we just got a new front wing and then we should be back in the race like nothing happened other than losing that couple of positions. So down to P12 right now and the Helwood is coming up. So I think I'll be down to P13 or 14, not sure how. Well, there's quite a massive gap between Hurley and Helwood, and I actually come back in front of Helwood. So down to P12, and the issues just started mounting here. And my pedal basically stopped biting completely. So those hardware issues I was talking about are still not fixed. I was hoping to see out this season with the pedal still working, but well, it doesn't. I'm actually standing on it right now and and it just doesn't work. So yeah, at this point I decided there's no point in keeping this on because it doesn't work anymore. It's basically dead. And so is my race and my championship hopes, unfortunately. But it is what it is. At this point I was sure that at the end of this lap I will retire the car and swallow the bitter pill and finish second in this championship. Heading towards the final corner, and you can see I'm already pulling into the pit lane, letting Helwood past, and yeah. So this was it. That's how the season final ends. I know it's pretty disappointing, very lackluster finishing to this season, but this was an issue that was out of my control, and Fittipaldi won the race, Hunt in second, Reutemann in third. Then we have Merzario on fourth, Lauda on fifth, and Beltoise on sixth. And you could see quite a lot of DNFs down there. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the final standings of the season. Nothing has changed on the first two places, as neither of us managed to finish this race, so no points for any of us. And Jackie is world champion of 1973. Danny Halm third, Revson fourth, Severt fifth, and Peterson sixth. And you can see all the rest of the guys there: Fittipaldi, Scheckter, Hunt, Reutemann, Beltoise, Van Lennep, Merzario, Oliver, Wiesel, X, Lauda, and Pace. And the rest of the pack hasn't got any points at all this season, but that's still quite a lot of drivers who managed to choke up a point or two. I think it was only Pace who has one single point and everyone else has more. So yeah, it's been a pretty nice season and it was really enjoyable despite this kind of lackluster season final. And as I predicted, nothing changes in the constructor standings. Tyrrell wins, McLaren second, and we're third. So yeah, that was the 1973 season, and well, I know it's a bit of a disappointment, quite lackluster, not what you guys been expecting. However, it is what it is. This was out of my control, so yeah. Other than that, I'll be away for a few months fixing the hardware and moving houses, so it's going to take a month or two until I'm back making videos again. But in the meantime, I decided to give you a little bit of a sneak peek to what is going to happen in season 74. We will be racing for McLaren alongside Emerson Fittipaldi, so hopefully that's going to improve our chances even more. I mean, what we got out of Williams has been amazing. Great result compared to the car. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next season in 1974. Goodbye.